that. Okay, so you have your pen and paper. Have it this week close, in case you want to write something down. And you can write down even if I'm not asking you to. We stay this morning with these two yamas with 17, with Satya, Ahimsa, just because they are everything, all of them really relate to Ahimsa. You will see when we move on. But Satya, I think even more so. Okay. So sit tall, use something to get the tilt through your pelvis. And then lengthen through the spine. Pelvis rolls slightly forward. Natural position of the pelvis. Long through the front, shoulders relaxing, the shoulder blades drawing down. Chin lowers a little. Let your breath find its space in this pose. Let your body find ease and strength both at the same time. And then look inside how you feel on the different levels. Yes, you can go through all the 5 levels: the body, the breath, the mind. The Vijnanamaya Kosha, more so, making informed decisions, being able to discriminate. That kind of intellect you can see or connect to probably better when you're moving about, when you move in and out of postures, hold, to find really the right way for you to do it, the right length for you to hold that. And always check in as well with your ability to enjoy, to be happy. Svarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Satgurave Namaha. Yogena Chidasya Bhadena Vacha. Malam Shavayavasya Cha Vaikikena. Yopa Karotam Bravaram Monina. Patanjalim Anjaliranatosmi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your hands on the floor and let them slide forwards. Lengthen the sides, front, back. Space with the in-breath and with the out-breath. Let your body settle and let it go of whatever your shoulders, tops of shoulders, neck, what they are holding on to. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Then with an in-breath, walk back up into upright. And with the out-breath, let the arms relax down to the side. Inhale, lift them up from the side, hands on top of the shoulders, and circle. In, forwards up, exhale, back and down. Moving through the shoulders, releasing tensions. But also sidewards up, forwards down, opening, mobilizing the joint, warming it up, lubricating. One more. And release down. And bring your right hand behind you and bring it more over towards the left side. So you get more sense of this opening and you come more into twistings to start off with. So lift with an in-breath through the spine, through the center with the out-breath, look behind. Inhale, ease out. Exhale, go back into the twist. Because it's the first twist in the morning, so you be very much mindful of how your back feels, how the mobility of the back is and the spine in these different areas. Inhale back to center, exhale to left, stay tall, look behind you. With the out breath, inhale again, easing a little out, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, back to center. Again, roll through the shoulders. And then stretch your legs out. Lengthen through the back of the legs, through the heels, toes drawing towards you, and then point the toes. You can always have hands behind you if that is more comfortable, more supportive. Yeah, hands behind you, get this lift and length through the spine. Lengthening through heels, pointing toes. One more time, lengthening through the heels. Exhale, pointing through the toes. Bring your right leg circle outwards. And although you're supporting with your arm, let your leg really do most of the work. So you could also circle it without holding. And then when it comes towards you, next time, get hold of your foot with your left hand, sit tall, bring the foot a little closer towards the chest, so keep it at knee level. That's important. Keeping the foot high, rather don't move too much, and keep it high. Then if you go low and move it all the way in, because there are different muscles that are doing this movement. And then take the foot down and around again into this half fire lock. Lengthen up, keep your left leg active, roll forth and back. Exhale, rolling forwards. Remember that you're reaching over folding over something, scooping up through the tummy. One more time. Forwards and stay there. Keep your hands behind you, but lengthen through your chest. Inhale all the way back up and stretch your right leg out. Same with the left. So circle. Light circling, so the leg does most of the movement. So you could theoretically also let go. Next time the foot comes towards center, right hand is holding, and again long through the leg, toes up, and the foot at knee level, drawing it in and releasing out. As a door opens, and all is in the hip, knee is completely at ease there. And then bring your foot down and underneath your right, the back of the knee, ankle bone, lengthen again, and rock forth. Inhale up, exhale forwards. Inhale up, leaning over, scooping up through your tummy. One more, lifting up and over. Inhale back up, and now bring your right leg in front of the left. So you come into the next stage of that and roll forth and back. Or you're happy there, stay there and breathe. Deep breath in. So notice where it feels okay for your hips to go and for your back to go, and where it feels maybe a bit too much, a bit too challenging. So focus really into the areas that we work with to see what feels good in them. One more time, lengthening forwards. Maybe take the arms forwards, just for one more breath. Stay on your fingertips. And then come back up. And without unfolding everything, just change the legs. Right on the inside and the left in front. And it might feel completely different. So the knees and feet, they are connected. Yeah. Take them a little more out, Anthony. The feet out towards the knees closer together. And then forth and back. Lengthen up and then fold. Lengthen up, scoop your tummy a little up and then fold. One more time, lengthen up, scoop tummy a little up and then fold. Okay, and then come up and stretch your legs out. Lengthen through the back of the legs, hands behind you, push the floor away, lift up through the front. Again, rolling slightly forward through the pelvis. Tummy, navel forwards, lower ribs forwards, chest bone, especially upper chest bone up. Gaze where comfortable, long through your neck. Inhale, back up. Okay, so we go into Kapalabhati. If you can sit on your heels in Vajrasana, please do so. Otherwise, any comfortable position for the legs is good. And I would like to see if we can bring hand on navel, one hand on top of the other, and onto navel. So long through the center, breathe in underneath your hand. Breathe out, draw back. Hand and below. So if you feel more, if the Yoni Mudra guides more where the breath needs to flow, then use that. Otherwise, if you're okay, stay with your hand on navel. Inhale. And exhale, drawing close. Inhale, letting go. Exhale. Inhale, let go. Exhale. One more time. And then we go into full Kapalabhati. If you want to stay there, do that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Take the arms sideways out and then fold the fingers in and then the elbows, hands towards underarm area, top of shoulder relaxing down, elbows back. Inhale and exhale, Kapalabhati. Inhale, arms out, sideways, up overhead. The thumb, the index and the middle fingers, they are at the back of your skull, the lower edge and towards sort of mid back of skull to give support so that you can look up and lean your head into that support. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms up, exhale, sideways down, hands onto knees. Tilt slightly forward. And then with the next out breath, start lifting pelvic floor. You can tilt your pelvis a little back. Draw your lower tummy against the front of the spine, navel against the front of the spine. Stay long through the spine, all the way up, and at the end, fold your throat over your imaginary skull, chin towards chest bone. Hold without breath. And always release slowly. First the muscles, then let the breath come in slowly. Then out. Okay. Good. So from here, when you're on all fours, when you're on in Vajrasana, come onto all fours. And we go into the figure of 8. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You can take them for that slightly wider if you like. Visualize a big 8 underneath you. And then trace it. We do 3 times each way. Inhale, upper body, upper loop, with the shoulders over, hands cross over. Exhale, lower body, lower loop. Crossing over again. Inhale, upper body, upper loop. Exhale, lower body, lower loop. Inhale. Start the movement, both movements from the navel. Think navel draws a little in, especially as you breathe out in this lower loop. Move probably through the shoulders and then stop. Inhale. Exhale, and now we reverse the movement, the directions. Exhale, lower body, lower. Inhale. Stay, move through the shoulders with shifting weight from one side to the other. Through the pelvis, feel into lower back. And one more. And then move forward with the shoulders a little beyond the hands. Tuck your toes under and then move back. Push the hands firm in the floor. Sit back till the knees lifting off. That much you push into the hands. And then stay with your back long. If you come up this way, you have a good length through the sides. It requires a bit more strength through your legs as well, but that's all good. You can walk your legs. That looks really good, Vijaya. Nice and long, so it's good for shoulders. Always be mindful if shoulders are tight that you keep them in a place where they are happy. Sometimes they need to move a little bit in order to find the right position. Next out breath, bring your knees onto the floor and come onto your elbows. And we work in 3 cats and cows from the elbows. So the elbows drawing a little out away from each other. So because they're quite mobile, we have more skin here. So you need to bring them a little more in, closer towards each other. And then as soon as you apply weight and strength and activity, they will roll out slightly anyway. So find that position where they are roughly in line with the shoulder. And start with the out breath again, tucking tailbone under. So lift again, pelvic floor, draw the tummy towards the front of the spine, push high up through the shoulders, broaden. Even you have less mobility in this position. Look down or look behind you. Inhale, roll pelvis forward. Lifting, take your chest forwards, keep the arms active. Think they will draw back. If your lower back needs support, tuck your tailbone a little under. Here is always the temptation to work more with the lower back, but we want to go into the shoulders. So pushing up again into the cat pose. Inhale, roll forward. Lift through the chest. Shoulder blades drawing down and coming a little closer together. And one more time. Tuck under. Lift everything towards the front of the spine. Let your head relax down to stay high above the floor. Whatever is doable. And then one more time forwards. And then from here, lift your elbows off the floor. Tuck your toes under and move straight up into downward facing dog. Stay long. Look to your knees or your thighs because this version on the elbow is a bit more stronger on the neck. So to lengthen through the neck. And then walk forwards. Keep the hips moving up. Legs as straight as possible. When you're close, you can come onto your fingertips. We want to lift through in a half a forward bend here. Or you can bring your hands onto your shins or your thighs. And then with the out breath, fold all the way in. And then soften the knees and slowly come up sidewards, overhead, forwards down. Take a breath in and out. Wait till body has settled. Pressure in the head has been balanced. Okay, so we do movement here, walking with the knees drawing up, sideways out. So circular movement, what we did earlier sitting, we do now standing and walk forth and back on your mat. So take the legs as high as comfortable. Rotate them out as much as comfortable. If there's nothing behind you, you can walk back or you turn. Make sure whatever you do, if you're walking back, make sure you feel safe, steady, and you know there's nothing on your mat. And one more time, forwards. And then back, either turning or walking back. Okay, when you have reached the back of your mat, then a couple of circles. Okay, so go from here, taking a big step forward, we go into warrior one. So have your feet hips width apart, and then step forward. And half. So the step is the distance that your back leg is strong and anchoring, that your front knee can bend over ankle. So go a few times, bending knee and come towards either straighten or towards straighten knee, and have your back here pushing at the same time down as you lower. Yeah, so they are moving into opposite directions. And when you feel you have a good stance, then stay. Squaring hips. Always have that space between your feet that you can square the hips with ease, and then lift your right arm up. Which leg did you put forward? Right leg, because I stepped with my left leg. So the back leg, the arm reaches up. Lengthen away, long through your waist, space between the ribs, and then let your other arm meet. And take the gaze a little up. Reach up. Even arch through the back. Exhale, bring your arms down behind you, extend them. Lengthen away, and you can keep them along the side, but make sure that you are not overworking your lower back, but that you are lengthening and opening through the front, working with the thoracic spine. Next in-breath, release, and step forward with your back leg. Circle. And then step back with the former front leg. So your left. I see you all have your left in front. So again here, first settle in. Big movement, as you know, for the front of the hip. So allow that activity through the heel to reach down off your right leg and opening over the front of the hip. And then when you feel you can hold it with ease, then your right arm lifts up, reaching up, left meeting the right. So the hips drawing in, the legs drawing into the hips and reaching up through the sides. Keep the legs drawing into the hip joints and see how that creates activity around the hip joints and the pelvis. With the out breath, bring your arms down, extend, interlace fingers, and reach back. So this should be more upper body, space between shoulder blades, mid-back, everything even out. Strong legs. Inhale, release. And again, step forward with your right leg, circle. Okay. Good. So come into this hand to toe movement posture. So you chose whatever feels the best for you. Holding back of knee, so the right leg lifts first. So holding back of knee with the right hand, with both hands, straightening the leg while you're holding the back of the leg. Or hand around the index and the middle finger around the big toe and lengthening, straighten. So your supporting leg is super strong. Have your left hand pushing the top of the pelvis, the top rope, a little down. So that gives more support and strengthens the whole supporting side more. Try that out, see how it goes. And then, so hold for 3 breaths, standing tall. Strong supporting leg, get lift through that leg. Keep the hand pushing a little down the hip. Gaze for your eyes, drishti. And with an in-breath, carefully take the leg out. And the big toe, the ones who are holding the toe, big toe pushes away and the hand pulls a little in. You okay, Wendy? You do it on the floor. Okay. And to come out of it, you come back in with the in-breath and then slowly lower. Let go and slowly lower down. And then foot onto the floor, immediately weight onto it. And then lifting your left. And again, whatever feels good. The side might be different. So choose your the best position for it. Before that, you need to look how the hip, the leg, how they feel with that, the strength that you have. And all of that, requires that you apply satya. You're going out with an in-breath and ahimsa to make this informed decision. All of that feeding into the Vijnana Maya Kosha. Next in-breath, slowly back. And exhale, slowly lower. It really helps you with your overall strength if you lower slowly, lift slowly. If you come out in a controlled way, rather than being so happy that it's over and you immediately let your leg fall down or any other pose that you're in. Okay, come again towards the front of your mat. And we come again into this either easy eagle or difficult chair. So whatever feels not difficult, challenging, that's the word. Difficult is straight away off-putting. So challenging is better. Okay. So right leg lifting first, left leg support. Soften through the leg and feel that the back of your leg, hamstrings, buttock, they really have important roles here. Bending, then take your right leg up, across on the thigh side. The ankle bone sticks out at the other side, the toes drawing in to support the knee, and then hands into hips, then center your pelvis. So easiest is, if you have no other guidance, tummy draws in. And if possible, pelvic floor as well. Pelvic floor and lower tummy, they are such a good way to find the center. And then go as low as comfortable, and then reach the arms back, palms in or out. You feel you need a bit more opening over the upper chest, take them out. You're good there, and you want to reach back, take them in. Both is good. Looking good. Good balance. Good focus. And then next in-breath, slowly soften. Lower, lift up, take your leg up. And then arms down and leg down. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Other side. Right leg supporting. Bend the knee, be springy in that leg. Left crosses over right. Toes towards shin, heel lengthens out. Hands on the top rim of the pelvis to make sure they're leveled. Draw pelvic floor and lower tummy a little in, finding a center. And then lower down. The more you lower down, the more it works on the hips. The hips moving back. Upper body folds forward. Yeah, you can hold on to something. I like your variations, Wendy. That's very good. Deep breath in. Last out breath. Draw tummy a little more in so you come out with inhaling. Lifting arms, lift your neck. And exhale, legs slowly down and arms slowly down. And then circle, release. Okay, come towards the front of your mat and we go down and we go into an easy pigeon pose. Yeah? So inhale, lift arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, you're folding over your imaginary cushion. Hands on the floor, head relaxes down. So for a moment, stay here. Let your back lengthen down, tops of shoulders. Bring weight a little into your toes as well. And then bring your hands onto the floor. Weight into your hands, step back, right leg. Draw the heels away from you, tuck your tailbone under. So you get strength through the front of your body. Active arms, left next to right. Tuck tailbone under and send the hips away. Broad over the shoulder blades. Strong through the arms. Next in-breath, lift up into downward facing dog. And from here, now we move right leg up. 3 legs. And then take your right leg towards your chest. Hug it in as we did with the cat pose and cat's tail. So hugging in the thigh towards your tummy and then forward. The knee in between your hands. And then you can stay there in this position where the heel is underneath your hip, or you walk your foot little over to the left. You can start with sort of groin area, and then from there walk forward. So although this is this relaxing or sleeping pigeon, but have your right leg being active. So the muscles are drawing in towards the body, leg draws in towards the body. So muscles are engaging. You can lower down, you can stay up there. You can have a chair here and have your arms there. Or you can have your head down if you're very comfortable there. And find with your pelvis the center of the sense of centering again. So without dipping to any side, stay at center. Again, draw pelvic floor a little in, lower tummy a little in, so that you know where you are. So listen to your body, listen to your hips, to your knee, to your lower back. Deep breath in, long out breath. So with the out breath, really let go and release around the hip. Now from here, Nicola, it looks like we could go a bit over to the left side. Yeah, I think that's more centered. One more deep breath in. The breath send it all the way around the hips. Allow opening, loosening, creating space. And then with your next in-breath, come back up with the upper body. Keep both legs working. So your left leg, the toes pushing the floor away. Right leg draws in, and then you can come up into this more cobra type upper body position. Keep your legs active, so that if you would like, you could take your arms off the floor. So much activities in your body. No, you don't need to do it, but it's a good test of if you are working with a strength or if you are working with your mobility on it. Okay, so I can challenge some of you a little with bending left knee, holding left leg. Maybe in this holding with left leg and taking your right arm up. That's nice. Or taking the right arm across to have sort of a pigeon bow pose, which helps you to open a bit more over the chest, but integrity and strength, whatever is there. Excellent. Okay. It's a very bubbly part now. Have your legs grounding you really down, and you need to engage, everything in the pelvis and around, and keeping the front leg and the back leg active to get stability there. That's it. Excellent. And then release. Bring your hands on the floor, tuck your left toes under, and with an in-breath, pushing up, leg up, and then back onto the floor. And then your left leg up, 3 legs. And knee to chest, lift the thigh up towards your tummy and take this whole structure forwards. Knee in between your hands. Your right leg moves back. Tops of the foot on the floor, on your right side. So the left leg drawing in towards the hip. Bringing with that The left hip comes a little more back, and the squaring a bit more with the right side. Yeah, so strong through your right leg and through the left leg, drawing back. Then you can come onto your elbows, head supported by two fists, one hand, two fists, one hand, one fist, or the floor, or hands, anything else, table, chair, whatever is good. Deep breaths. Work with this opening. Yeah. That's it. The legs drawing in the way they are positioned. Looking good. Deep breath in. Each out breath, focus on this releasing. Stay as high as needed. Tummy a little in, Surika, yeah? So you're working with protecting over the lower back. Oh, good. Lucy, you're bringing some variety in. Excellent. Okay, so to come out of it, hands underneath the shoulders, and then come up into thinking of cobra. Yeah, so you want to get this part open and drawing the elbows a little back and have super strong legs. Don't rely on your mobility here. So your front leg draws into your hip. So you feel that all the way around your lower tummy and also the hip joint and the leg itself. And then the back leg stays as far back as you can. It stays low through the hip and then come into the pose. So if you want to do some other movements here, please feel free, but always feel into your body. This is a complex pose, so come from strength, not from the mobility, to lift, to bend your back knee, to draw back, to lift the front arm. Whatever you do here, come from strength, from where you feel into your body, where you think, okay, I can do that. Your body has that ability right now. And then exhale, release down and stay where everything draws into the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and then with an in-breath, push up into downward facing dog. 3 legs, 4 legs. Stay, notice how this feels now, this pose. And from here, it goes down onto the floor. So slowly lowering knees. We slide onto the tummy. So if you want to come from here straight onto the tummy, do that. Otherwise, lower knees, sweep the elbows in and then slide forward. The arms still drawing back. And with that drawing back, they draw your body forward and then on the floor. Untuck your toes. And then you come strong legs into cobra. And see how that feels now. With in its sort of natural position. Elbows in, tops of shoulders down, chest lengthen forward. Exhale. Slowly down. And then roll onto your back. Whew. Okay, so we do some work for the tummy. And we go into what we did yesterday, which was lifting both legs up, like upside down table. And then lowering one leg but keeping this mid-back, so the back of the waist firm on the floor. Both legs super active. Mid-back, or not the mid-back, but the back of the back of the waist is really firm down. So you lower the leg only as much. This is your gauge. And then now we take the arms to the front and up and lift towards it. So if you think you don't know what I'm talking about, have a look. So keep that. The right leg low, left leg drawing up, both sets pointing toes. And lift up. And left leg down, right leg stays up. This is really good, not very nice, but a good way to lift. You can also keep the top knee bent, which if you feel that's better, keep the top knee bent and straighten the other leg out. So then there's less tension in your back. That's it, yeah? Or hold on, whatever feels best. So focusing on the back of the waist. And when you've done left, right, then come into the upside down table. To take a breath in and a breath out. And then do 2 more sets. So left, right. So first, activating your legs, drawing back up, back of waist firm on the floor. Then arms up, forward, arms stay low, and then lower. First your right leg. Just above the floor, you stop. Then you draw it up. Then your left leg. If you need to bend your knee as you draw up, feel free to do that, because it's quite the leg can be quite heavy, but you want to really keep the leg active, because that brings lightness. Every muscle that works and engages makes the leg lighter. So you can stop in upside down table before you do the last set. And you come again into the upside down table, and then you can take maybe the legs out, the arms out, back, leading through the heels, like wide-legged seat, but on the floor. And from that strength, back of the waist is still on the floor as you do that movement. And then take the arms out, shoulder level, bend your knees, drop your heels towards the hips, and then keeping the knees close, so we go into a twist from here. With the out breath, again, use the side of the muscles when you lower the legs down to the right side. The left is giving way, lengthening, gaze to left. You can hold your left knee with the right hand at the back of the knee if you want a bit more support. Navel draws in. You think the upper body starts with the navel, and then from there it comes out into the left side, left upper chest, left shoulder, left arm. Have a sense of bending back. Deep breaths in, long out breath. With each out breath, relax through the shoulder, all on the left side at the moment. And then with your next out breath, navel to spine, knees a little closer to chest, and then draw them back to center. So see if you can do this rolling back to the center with the legs really close to the body, and then with the out breath over to the left side. Nice and slow. Use the strength that you have in your side body. Hold your right leg with the left hand. Gaze over to the right hand. And then deep breaths. Breathe wherever there's space. So the lower tummy, the side body, the upper chest. So maybe there's more space on the left side, lower tummy, but there's space on the right side of the ribs and the upper chest. The sense of, again, bending back through the upper body, chest bone, lifting, shoulder relaxing. Deep breaths in. Next in breath, or next out breath first. First with the out breath, navel to spine, knees a little closer, and then hug in and roll back. And then bring your legs slowly down onto the floor. And you lift up into bridge pose. Keep the arms where they are. And lifting chest towards chin. And then you roll slowly back, just to get the sense of center again. Rolling back. And when your pelvis is back on the floor, then you do whatever needs doing to settle through the back. If it's settled, you can come into butterfly, or you can take your legs up on the seat of sofa, chair, up the wall. You can go still there in butterfly if you like, especially when it's on the sofa or chair. This is easily done and quite nice and relaxing as well. So wherever you are, make sure your back feels good. Yeah, support for the lower back, the back of the neck, head, and then let go. Let your body relax. Allow your body to relax, to give in to gravity. Nothing else needs to be done right now. breath moving the body. Total ease in the body. All resistance is gone. Feel the expansion, the release. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Slowly bend knees. Roll onto your side. And from this side, slowly back up. Check in again with yourself. So how you connected to these two yama of kindness, of patience, empathy, which is necessary as well for this kindness and truthfulness. How they resonated to you or with you today. When you come across something that you would like to keep or to remember, then write it down. Then breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. Inhale, Pause. Exhale. Pause. And do 2 more. Keep your eyes a little open, or open your eyes a little, just in front of you. Keep your gaze. Keep the focus, the awareness in your body, in your mind. At the same time, your senses go out. Which is such a difficult state for us to be at both at the same time. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.